boy, here we go. We're ready for the Royal Rumble. Can Sami Zayn win the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia? Are we seeing a possible waste of Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes? What's the direction for Drew McIntyre? There's a lot of questions and we got answers. It's Sportskeeda Wrestling. I'm Kevin Kellum. What did you think of WWE Saturday night's main event in Montreal? Get in the comments and let us know. Let's go there. Did WWE waste a huge match in Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu by not simply having them even have a match, but a brawl because the bell never actually rang? So technically, they didn't waste a match because they didn't have a match. But they brawled and they had the goony kind of independent wrestling guys be the security. And then Drew interfered and powerbombed both of them through tables at the outside. Was that a waste? I don't know. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. It's certainly a chaotic way to open up Saturday night's main event, which is the kind of standard way that they would open up Saturday night's main event. I don't feel cheated, but I don't feel super satisfied, but I am left wanting more and intrigued about everything kind of revolving around Drew McIntyre and how he interfered here. He keeps himself in the picture. He keeps Cody and Drew keeps Cody and Jacob in the picture, and Jacob looked really great. This is the first time he's been really physical in months on WWE television outside of like the interference thing in the cage. But I didn't hate it. I didn't love it though either. So let's get into the other big thing. Can Cody or Jacob win the Rumble match? They're both being sold as major names in the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns has also been declared for the Royal Rumble. Some really big names are going to be a part of this big match in Saudi Arabia next week. So, I would say they're definitely going to be in the final four. Who do you think's winning the Royal Rumble? I want to know, because you get a lot of hype. I know a lot of people saying there's no momentum for the Royal Rumble, but they're building up a lot of different people at the same time. It's an all-star match. I think the Rumble sometimes almost sells itself. Just my take. Possible WrestleMania scenarios here. Do we have something where Drew continues to interfere and sets up a triple threat with him, Cody, and Jacob at WrestleMania? Are we doing another triple threat? I don't know if they can do another triple threat, but maybe they do something that's like someone wins one match one night and they advance to the next night to face him. I think that would be kind of cool. If they do you got to work your way through one night to get to the next night. They've done that to a degree. They did that at WrestleMania 40 with Cody and Rollins in the tag match against Rock and Roman Reigns. I think they could figure out another way to do that again. We're going to do 2 nights of WrestleMania. You got to have people watch a lot of wrestling. So it makes sense. So let's talk about the women. We had a near title loss of the new women's tag team champions who recently won them. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley got a big pop in this match. Very fun match. They retained some interference that didn't exactly cost them the titles in the aid of the challengers, Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. But Raquel Rodriguez, big mommy cool, big sexy mommy cool, she interferes only to have the woman that she's been laying out for weeks now, no longer in a walking boot, Stephanie Verker, the women's world champion, run out there and smash her. So where does that go? I think we're definitely going to see that get done before WrestleMania. Something makes me think that you don't see these two in the ring together at WrestleMania. It's fun, but I don't see the momentum of Raquel Rodriguez and Stephanie Verker. I think Stephanie Verker retains that title and at least keeps it going into WrestleMania. And this is a way to get her to be red hot in time for that match. But let's talk about what I thought was the best part of the show. A man who could have his final match. It looks like it could be that because the vibe felt momentous. It felt like this is the last time you're going to see it. And they sold it as it could be the last time you see it. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, one of the best WWE TV matches of 2026 so far. The best match I've seen this month in all of wrestling. I loved it. Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, instant chemistry, instant Tokyo Dome vibes. I know some people are screaming at me saying it's not the same thing, but they got time. They got to play off different things. They teased the Kinshasa knee blow. They teased the Styles clash. And when it came down to it and he won the match, it was the honorable thing. They shook hands and they showed reverence for their past, showed reverence for wrestling. And it all plays into next week with AJ Styles taking on Gunther in a career-threatening match in Saudi Arabia at the Royal Rumble, which there's some mixed reports that this could be his final match, that this could be it, that if his contract is up in February, some people claim it's up in February of 2026, that this would be where he would end it. But he was saying that 2026 would possibly see him end his career at WrestleMania. But there's a lot of things that happen at WrestleMania. There's this title change. There's that. There's the Hall of Fame. Does he lose to Gunther and then gets inducted at the Hall of Fame with John Cena or some other big name? It's interesting. It certainly makes you think, what if? I do think it's cool if they do some type of schmoz finish and AJ can live to fight another day. And it becomes a situation where everyone who challenges him for a match is like, I won't have the big match with you unless I get to take your career. And everyone tries to do that with him for the next year or so, or the next couple of months. I would like to see AJ Styles featured in WrestleMania. I think he deserves a WrestleMania send-off. Now, does that mean he gets to beat Gunther? You can do a count-out. You can do a no DQ. You can do a bunch of different things to get around that. You can do a flashy pinfall finish that kind of screws Gunther. There's a lot of multiple ways to get out of that. But no matter what, I thought the best thing on this show was AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura losing. He's not been in a major match in a long time. He's been in some matches here and there, but he feels like a guy who could just reinsert himself into the picture with AJ Styles before he retires because of their history. It made sense. They played on that. They mentioned New Japan Pro Wrestling quite a bit, which was, as a hardcore wrestling fan, I thought I was popping for that. I thought that was wild. Now let's talk about Sami Zayn in Montreal. Yes, Montreal, Quebecois, the man who represents French Canada. So big, maybe him and Kevin Owens, some of the biggest Canadian wrestlers out there. This was huge. He got a massive reaction coming out for the main event, the Fatal 4-Way, which would determine who would face Drew McIntyre next week at the Royal Rumble. All right. And it's interesting. They're using one streaming service to pitch another match on another streaming service. This was on Peacock in the United States for you guys watching in the United States. And then next week it'll be on ESPN. Now, everywhere else, it's just Netflix, right? But I thought the reaction he got in Montreal, you gave the hometown hero a big hometown pop. I love the way they teased. It was one fall to a finish. Trick Williams always trying to get a sneaky pin. Randy Orton doing classic Randy Orton stuff, those back suplexes on the table. I liked it, and it was the right decision to have Sami Zayn win. Now, I know some people claiming, they're going with someone who has Arabic descent to have a big match in, someone who represents the region of the Middle East like Sami has before. When he's been in Saudi Arabia, he gets a huge reaction. The fans identify with him. They relate to him and his background as someone who has a connection to that area. And I feel like, you want to have a good feel-good vibe in that match. I just don't know if Sami Zayn's going to win the title. And maybe this is a way for him to chase the title into WrestleMania. I'll say it right now. If Sami Zayn doesn't win this title match next week, he could maybe win the Royal Rumble. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Yeah. Are we going to add him to the world title scenario? We're going to have a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania as well with him, Cody, Drew, and McIntyre. Is Drew going to defend the title twice in a weekend? Maybe once on a Saturday, once on a Sunday. So, men's Royal Rumble. Yeah, I kind of gave you a little bit of who I think my surprise sleeper prediction would be for the Royal Rumble. It would be Sami Zayn. Now, Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns winning it, that does make a lot of sense. But for me, give it to somebody that people lose their mind for. For the women, I think it's time to put Rhea Ripley back in the world title picture. Rhea Ripley back in the world title picture would make a lot of sense, but making somebody like a Stephanie Verker, making someone like an Io Sky, that would also be cool. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Who's winning the Royal Rumble?